Hello fellow collectors. So today we're going to take a look at the Inno64 Nissan Sunny Hakotora pickup truck. I find this hobby to be really interesting because I'm always learning about new vehicles and new bits of history regarding the automotive industry. I grew up reading American car magazines, so when cars like this, they just didn't feature in Motor Trend or Auto Week, that kind of thing. So I learned a little bit about this. So the Nissan Sunny, by the way, it was sold as a car, a sedan, and obviously a pickup truck version. And it ran from 1966 up to 2006. And I guess later on became the Nissan Sentra. Okay, but this is the second generation Nissan Sunny. And the B120 body code is the truck version, which was first released in 1971. So there's a story as to why the front end of this looks like a Skyline GTR. There's a Japanese gentleman, his name is Michi Ogura, and he has a company in Japan called 09 Racing. And he used to have a Hakosuka box Skyline regular car, but he also had a Nissan Sunny truck that he drove more often for work. And so every time he was driving around in his pickup truck, he thought about his Skyline, Hakosuka. So he decided that he would try to mix the two together. He actually sold his Skyline in order to fund this project of his. He took his Nissan Sunny and then he grafted on the front end of a first generation Skyline GTR. And so the first generation Skyline GTR is called the Hakosuka. And then in Japanese, the word for truck is toraku. So he mixed the two words to come up with Hakotora, So that's the reasoning behind the name of this vehicle that I never really knew about. Okay, and then another thing that I found out is Advan. I've always seen this livery. It's on a bunch of, cars and stuff like that. I didn't really realize it was just a tire, made by the Yokohama Tire Company. I always thought it was a company. But it's actually just a tire that the Yokohama Tire Company puts out. And by the way, Yokohama Tires has been around since 1917. And the story behind Advan is, back in the 70s, the Japanese industry got a lot of criticism for crappy traction. So Yokohama took up the challenge and released the Advan tire in 1978, which was meant for sporty driving in wet weather conditions. So it was basically Japan's first sports radial tire. And it's been, been made since. So a little bit of interesting history. Let's now take a look at the castings. You guys might be bored of all these history lessons, but it's kind of the reason why I buy these cars. All right, so looking at the side here, this. I've seen the wrinkliness. I'm thinking this is a decal, this graphic pattern. Hopefully it won't fall off in the future. This is also a decal. You can see the clearness there. Look at the tires, though. Very nice. Advan, Yokohama. Although this O is not printed very well. This one's much better. And then the wheels are really neat because they're two colors. The rim is goldish. It's actually not gold. I would say it's bronze. It's a bronze color. I'm not sure what the camera's going to show you guys, but to me it'd be a bronze color. And then, the centers are like a gunmetal gray. And then you can see like a little disc behind there. It's part of the wheel mold itself, but it's a decent indication of like a disc brake system. No caliper, of course, because the thing spins. Although, to be honest with you, the front one doesn't want to spin. The tire's rubbing the wheel well. So this is more for display. It's not for playing around with. Okay, so we got these grafted in wings or something. This whole front end. This whole front end, again, it's a body kit. Maybe I didn't mention that before, so not again. But it's a body kit made by 09 Racing. It's around $6,000. And Michi Ogura has sold over 100 kits. He used to basically drive his Sunny around to transport his motorcycle around. But his business is now making 50% of his business is making these body kits instead of like modifying motorcycles. Okay, so you can see the riveting details, really nice little dots here. I'm not sure if they're body screws or rivets, but there's some dots there to indicate it. The door handle itself is painted silver. Okay, going around the back, we got the Advan on the back. I'm guessing these silver boxes must be the hinges for the tailgate, and these must be the locks to open or unlock the tailgate. There's a wing grafted on there. There's a nice exhaust tip with some depth to it, and it's painted silver. Looks like a little Advan license plate. Then we got the base, which says what the vehicle is, what scale, where it's made, who makes it, all the information that you want to see. Very neat molded tire treads there, and not super wide tires, which I think would probably be correct for a classic Japanese truck like this. Okay, so there's a little tire rack in here because Advan is, it's a tire from Yokohama. Okay, so this side, any issues? I don't really see any problems. So, pretty nice. Let's what about the front here? We have I'm not sure if this is an oil cooler. Probably an oil cooler because this is an old classic pickup truck. I don't think it's an intercooler. I don't think it's turbocharged. And I think these are probably like headlight covers. Okay, for racing and stuff. What is that? Is that an actual... No, that's a little piece of lint. I thought it was like a hose. No, never mind. Okay, so a little texture here in the hood grill. It seems to be plastic. So it must be maybe it's a part of that interior piece. Which brings up the point about the interior. I can see some green seat belts in there. Let's take Mr. Flashlight and see what else we can see. It looks like there's some nice printing of some seat belts. They're decals, actually. You can see the clear next to the green. So it's like a decal. Alright. What here? Nothing really there. What about the steering wheel? Alright. So molded detail. I don't see any additional color, though. Any rear view mirror? No rear view mirror. Okay, but if we look at the mirrors on the hood, those look like they have some silver inserts. Sorry, can it focus? See, look how tiny that mirror is. I mean, that's a tiny piece of plastic that was glued on there. So that's really impressive. Good job. Alright. Okay, so yeah, this is definitely, I think it's a decal because you can see the wrinkliness and then the clear between the red. So I really hope this is, stands up to it doesn't crack in the future. Alright. So, when the package popped out, this fell out, so it comes with an extra set of wheels. They look like mini lights, but I forget what they're called. It's a Japanese brand, and they're really known to be put on Skylines. Watanabes. They're Watanabe F8s, I think. And I assume these rods must be to hold them together. Oh, they're actually axles. Alright, so I've seen promotional pictures where people just put the wheels here in this rack. But I guess with the axles, you can actually go and swap them out. Although they're black, so I rather like the colorful wheels myself. I'll probably just put these wheels into the rack, or possibly put them on a different diecast. They are nice. I mean, look at the printing again. And I have spare tires, so that first tire with the messed up printing, I think I'll swap it out with one of these tires. So that's nice to have. If you could, second wheel sets on all your model cars would be really appreciated. Just to give a little redundancy and give people some chances to modify their non-Inno64 cars that come with crappy wheels. Very well. Well, I hope you guys learned something. I know I definitely learned both about this truck, this modified front end, and about Yokohama tires. So, effective marketing. Very well. Okay, guys. We'll see you later, alligator. Bye.